Okay, finally, let's have some fun about the application by solving the rational function or the inequality, okay? So remember, blah, 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 blah. When we read a question, we're going to pick up the keyword and we're going to look at a number, and if there is an equation, we're going to use it. So let's go. 13. So blah, 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 blah. You do know that we are math people. The ratio gives us the information. The ratio is a something over something. It's a fraction, right? So it tells us the ratio of the male to female. So that tells me if I say male is over female, okay? And that is equal to 11 to 20. Okay. So now they say that there are total of 51,269 students. Find number of male and number of female. So because we know about the relationship, because definition of the ratio, so we can plug it in. Imagine if I keep M as the male student, so the female will be the total minus the male number, and that ratio is equal to 11 over 20. Remember what we talked about, housekeeping, cross multiply. So that gives us is 20 times M is equal to 11, put a parenthesis because they are the family, okay? So 51,269 minus the M, okay? Housekeeping, distribution, so 11 times that, so I still have 20M equal to 11 times this big number, I will say it's still a very big number. So about I'm going to use a calculator. Haha. So about 563,959 and minus the 11M. Okay. So what will be my next move? Combine like terms. So both sides plus 11M. I will get the housekeeping. So this will be 31M is equal to this giant number. If I want to figure it out, M, I need to divide 31 on both sides. So by our fancy calculator, I got 18,192 male students. So aka the female is equal to, we mentioned about it will be the 51, the total, minus the male student. Okay, so by my good calculation, about 33,077. Good. All right, now 14. When a hobby racket is fired from ground level, the distance above the ground can be found. Ooh la la, love it. When there is a formula, we're about to use it. When a team measured in seconds during the time interval tells me it's from some small to big, okay? So at least 20 feet. Okay, activate your eagle eye. At least 20, it's a maximal notation. At least, that means I can equal to greater than 20. So which tells me, given this equation, I will have my 48t minus 16t squared that is greater than or equal to 0. Aha, inequality. What is my step 1? Step 1 is keep the 0 on the right side. So I am going to both sides minus 20. So I get 48t minus 16t squared minus 20 is greater than 0. Okay, I would like to keep that from the standard from highest power to the lowest power. So now it's just good looking. What will be my step 2? Step 2 tells us we're going to factoring out and to get the critical x value. So here we go. Now step 1 with my awesome eagle eye. I know that everybody factor out a number. I'm going to factor out -4, so that will become a 4t squared minus 12t and plus 5. And that is greater than 0. Now, if you say that, hold on, what's going on? Now, if I distribution back, -4 times 4t is -16t check. -4 times -12t will be positive 48t check. -4 times 5, it will be -20 check. So my factoring is correct. So therefore, I can continue to do the factoring. So now I know that -4 just a number, leave me alone. but I can do the factoring this part. So what two numbers times together give me 4t squared? That will be 2t times 2t. And what two numbers times together will give me 5 and also have a difference of negative 12 when I add them together. So I'm going to say negative 5 times negative 1, because negative 5 times negative 1, it is what? It is positive 5, and also let's check the middle term. So negative 5 times 2t will be negative 10t, and 2t times negative 1 is negative 2t. When I add them together, I do have negative 12t to check. So seeing is believing. How wonderful is that? I know that this will be my perfect factoring. So I'm going to check it. Now remember we talked about the critical number, so I will have a 2 for my t value. 1 we know will be positive, t equal to 5 over 2, about 2.5, right? And this one give me it is t equal to 1 over 2, which tells me it's 0.5. So what do we say? Once I got the critical number, I'm going to put on the number line and then check it to verify the positive and negative. So let's go. On my awesome number line, I know that I'm going to check those two. One is 0.5 and one is 2.5. So when I check it, I'm going to pick some number less than 0.5. I'm going to choose 0. I'm going to pick some number a little bit in between. I'm going to choose 1, and I'm going to choose the number 3. So do not overthink. When you check it, you are going to go back to the original equation, which is okay, but I just don't like the original. That's too complicated, right? And I prefer the factoring style, so I'm going to check it right here. Now when I check it, you know that negative 4 already there. So negative 4, just a negative number, check. But when I plug in 0 in my t, 2 times 0 is 0. 0 minus 5 is a negative 5. Continue. 2 times 0 is 0. 0 minus 1 is negative 1. So I got this. Now I need to continue. Negative become positive, and positive and negative, that give me negative. So I know the sign on the number line less than 0.5 is a negative outcome. Moving on, if I want to check out 1, I need to plug it back to my equation. So negative 4, it's already there. So negative 4 is negative. But when I plug in 1, 2 times 1 is 2. 2 minus 5, it's a negative number. And plug in 1, 2 times 1 is 2. 2 minus 1 is a positive. So when I housekeeping, negative and negative is positive. And positive times positive, I got positive. So right here, I got positive outcome. What if I plug in 3? Let's check it out. So negative 4 already there, so leave me alone. So 2 times 3 is 6. 6 minus 5 is 1, so positive. And 2 times 3 is 6. 6 minus 1 is 5, is positive. So housekeeping, negative, positive is a negative. Negative, positive is still negative, right? So this is what we mentioned about. We do not need a calculator. Now, what is the original inequality? Ask us to figure it out. We want to figure it out it is greater than or equal to 0, aka that is looking for the positive. So on your number line, where do you see positive? It's from right here to here. So now we know that my perfect answer, as you can see, it's from 0.5 to 2.5. Okay, now do we have an equal sign allowed? Yes, because seeing is believing. You can equal to 0. So I need to use a bracket to indicate my perfect answer. Good. Very good. Moving on. 15. A person's IQ. Okay, so it gives us a formula, then Q, and then blah, 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 C and M. Oh, I know at 16 years old is my C value, and giving us a interval from 82 to 143. So what do we say? We are math people. We care about what? Numbers, right? So given 82, it's my IQ. This is given to us. And we know that my IQ formula is equal to 100 times m over c. So I'm going to replace my IQ to this formula, 100 times m divided by c. What else do we know? We know 16, it is my C value, because that will be the chronological age, right? So therefore, I'm going to plug in C, which tells me I got 82 is less than or equal to 100m over 16 less than or equal to 143. Housekeeping. I don't like my denominator 16. How do I get rid of that? Times 16. Everybody times 16. So that cancel out. I get 16 times 82. It will be 1013 and 1312. And that is equal to 100 and less than 143 times 16. That is 2288. Now, since I want to figure out m, I need to everybody divide by 100. Oh, that is very simple. Move your decimal 2 times to the left. So that would be 13.12. And ooh la la. Now, you may say that, Ms. Hong, is that my final answer? Now, let's talk about age. We kind of like to keep age as a whole number, so you can say that round down, round up. So now I'm going to keep it as the rounding. So 22.88, I can round it up to 23. So this will be something we call application. We still need to use the real life example to produce the final good answer. Okay, last one, blah 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 blah. So love the word. You have a range between, so that tells me it is from 72 to 93. Okay, so from small to big. So what will be the range in Celsius degree? Okay, so now given a formula, which means we're going to use that. So how do we use that? So this formula is 9 over 5 Celsius plus 32. It's in between 72 to 93. So that is my Fahrenheit is given. So the F, it's my Fahrenheit. So I'm going to solve this one. Now, activate your ego eye. We talk about, please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. When we try to solve the problem, we need to do the opposite. So therefore, step 1, both sides I need to minus 32. So that cancel out. We got what? I'm going to write it here. This is become 40. It's less than 9 over 5 C less than, will be 61. Okay, do you see a denominator? I don't like the denominator, so everybody need to times 5. So that 5 cancel out. I got 200 is less than 9C less than 61 times 2 is 305. And then what do we say? Both sides I need to divide by 9. So now seeing is believing. You know that C, it's in between 305 divided by 9, approximate 33.8 degree. Okay, and then 200 divided by 9, 200 divided by 9, about 22.2, round it up. Okay, so therefore you got the perfect answer. Good. So I just want to say, having fun with the application, and remember, we are strong. No need calculator. Okay, so that's all. Thank you. Have a good day.